welcome to Dysfunctional Dialogue. I'm John McParland, and I have with me a mystery guest. He is hidden behind, he's in WITSEC, the Witness Protection Program, and he has asked not to be shown on camera. So hello, mystery guest. So you said that you have a list of different things. You were looking at different podcasts, and
you were giving them like quizzes. The people are coming on. I'm like, I know that answer. Like whatever. When you're comparing like two different things, which I gotta tell, I believe it's your daughter, but she was hysterical because she's like, I would do that, and I want the whole world to sing, and everybody gets a Coke, and then I want to make some money.
Yeah. I just released that short, actually. That's funny you say that.
Well, it pops up. I have no idea how to actually track these or look at them, but every once in a while they pop up, and I'm like, that's pretty funny.
It's amazing how inept people our age are with that. I said to our friend group, I'm like, yeah, all you got to do is, hop on here. I'm like, wait, what do I got to do?
Yes. Well,
I'm like, do you have fingers? Do you have a brain?
Do you deal with the AI stuff? Because I wake up in the middle of the night. I'm kind of afraid they're going to take my job. There's only certain things I know. I know I can protect myself. Like they can't do emotional stuff because they don't have the ability to recognize it. But they say that, and I'm like, yeah, but he still looks really good. And that was pretty neat what he just did. And it's just something like it makes you feel like really relaxed about your job security.
No kidding, man. But you don't have to worry about that because you're being taken care of by the government, being in the Witness Protection Program. You don't have to worry about any of that AI stuff, right? You're taken care of unless the government collapses.
I'm one child extra. If I was one child shorter, I think that we would be a lot more comfortable, and that we could be done. I mean, it was scary to me. We're like, I'm 68 right now. I'm sorry, I'm 69.
Wait, you're 60 right now. Hold on. Wait, stop. You're 69 years old now?
Yeah. Which is a frightening thing.
When did you wait?
I don't know.
How did you end up becoming a decade older than me?
I'm 60. We were born in 66.
Yeah. You're killing me. You have no idea how old you are.
John,
you don't have the right decade. John, you have the right decade.
It is 2 years running that I had the wrong age as for me. But I'm pretty sure I'm 58, right? I'm 59 right now.
Yeah, you just said you were 69.
No. God.
I'm gonna play it. I'll play it back for you.
I trust you. It's scary to me because you're just like...
No, I'm scared right now. No, I'm really scared because you have the brain of an 89-year-old, it would seem, based on that last line. I'm real scared.
Fortunately, that's true. And you know what? I do things like I take like Prevagen because the stuff that's supposed to help your memory, it doesn't. It's like the number of times now when I'm talking, I'm like...
Yeah, and you're thinking to yourself, man, can I please just talk 1972 commercials and cartoons? Can I please have because I'm going to nail that sucker. Come on, right off the top of your head, give me one right now. Anyone, any line, any commercial.
Yesterday I saw a commercial with Taster's Choice on, and I'm like, holy shit. And it was not just my mom's Taster's Choice, but the fact that we had decaf. I'm like, whoa, man, they were living large.
Okay, so it wasn't a new commercial. It was something from back then.
Well, how about this? Since it contributed to my being raised, the Hippo Hurricane Holler. Yeah. My son is like, he's telling me the story about it. I'm like, I grew up with that. Like, I know what you're talking about. He goes, well, what's the name of the show? And I'm like, I don't know. I know the other thing was So-So, though. I don't know what the...
Wait, because it was all part of... It was also on with the McGilla Gorilla Show. And with Deputy Droop-Along, I think. No, it was the fast sheriff, the really super fast sheriff.
Sheriff Bing, Bing,
Bing, Bing, Bing. Ricochet Rabbit, that's what it was. Yeah, Ricochet Rabbit. They were all on, and I don't remember what that combined show was.
Well, the professor that had the big mustache, what the hell was his name? Because he's the one, like you talk about raising you, those are the guys that raised me.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
I sent it to someone, the 4:30 movie, and I don't know if you remember that, when it was just a guy like...
I do, yeah.
Twisted it.
Absolutely, the black and white guy spinning. moving the camera.
And then the other one that some of these things are just funny because of how they clumped them together. But it was when it was the
races, the wacky races, the wacky racers.
They were great. They were absolutely great.
Great to stretch. There was elements of greatness in there.
And you had a friend in Funky Phantom.
Funky Phantom.
They fuck in just when they need them most. Well, you can do without them. The cat and that funky phantom ghost. Like those are the ones when I hear that, I'm like, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. You gotta. So that's the thing I was looking for when I said tap into something. When Captain America throws his mighty shield, those who chose to oppose his shield must yield.
And plus, I did want to remind you about catching the sun rays in a little glass jar because I thought that was cool.
Wait, what about that? What about that?
Yeah. You had it with your sister, and that she would catch
capture the rays.
The sun, and I'm like, I mean, I didn't grow up in your house, but like, I completely remember that. Like when I would see the sun coming in, and the dust particles are in there, and you're like,
yeah. It's true. And of course, if we'd barely be able to see if it wasn't for the dust particles. It just shows you what the hell were we breathing in.
Or the water, and I'd say, yeah, we used to get water out, and you wanted to drink it before it became no more fizzies. But then you realize, what the fuck was in the fizzies? Like we weren't supposed to be drinking that.
Hold on. Wait a second. You're telling me you were getting tap water that had fizz in it?
God, yeah. That's why I was always like, oh, the water is the best. But like, you would do it, and you'd see the fuzz, and you're like, look.
Now you want me to tell the story now. Because you're bringing me to, so where does New York City get their water from? It's like the best water in the world, they say, or just about, because they have those great reservoirs, right?
Yeah.
All right. So, do you remember being at Huggy's house for that party, his graduation party?
Yes, I do.
How awesome was it? The time was that? I mean, we had so much fun. One of my favorite stories. Well, first of all, we were at the party and we were playing football, a whole bunch of football all night, pickup game, and just getting smashed drunk. It was just a great time. The next morning, we wake up and we're all groggy and stuff. None of us wanted the time to end because we were having so much fun. So it was decided to go to like this kind of park area. We get to this park area, and I think it was at that point where someone said, "Hey, let's go by the iron ore mine." So we started walking towards this iron ore mine, and I remember we got broken up in two sets. One set started walking towards the front of the iron ore mine, which I was in, and the doors. It was like a 95-degree day by the time we got there at high noon. And we get to the doors, and you feel this cool breeze coming up out of the iron ore mine, but like through the cracks in these big iron doors that had satanic ritual symbols all over it in the surrounding area. It was pretty freaking creepy. It was an abandoned mine. And all of a sudden, guys that had broke away, they come back, and they got these big sticks, piece of lumber, bunch of rags, and some turpentine they found in like this little dumping ground that was right over there. They're like, let's go in. And remember Hug's younger brother? He didn't have shoes on. He just had like a pair of socks. So Hugs took out the inner soles of his shoes and he slipped them in his socks. And that was his footwear to go through an abandoned iron ore mine. We go inside there. If we didn't have these torches, we wrapped up the sticks. We put the turpentine on. We lit these torches. And we had some reserves as well, but not a whole lot. We go in there. If we didn't have those, it was completely pitch black. And we're walking through this mine. It was, and Mike, you know how many times Mike pissed? It must have been a dozen times. We were all completely dehydrated. There should not have been any liquid in any of us at that point from all the drink we did. And he would stop like every, I don't even know, maybe like 70 feet or something like that. He would stop and have to pee again. And we're like, what is, and it's not like he was like a nervous pee, because it literally would just, a full stream would come out. It just kept on going. And there were tracks in the middle of it where they would wheel up the iron ore carts. And we found one of the carts, those old iron carts. And I got up on top of it, and some of you guys pushed me. And I was up there singing a Hawaii Five-0 song, da, 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 going into pitch black. I mean, it could have been a cliff face inside of mine. You couldn't see because all the torches are behind me now. Just what the hell was I thinking? I lived, as you can tell, and we go further into the mine, and now we're pretty far in, or we have to make a judgment at this point. Do we go further and see if we can actually get out the other side? If there is another legitimate way to get out the other way, because we don't know, it's abandoned, we know it's a cave in, we don't know. Oh, let's keep on going ahead. So, which is a hell of a risk, man, because again, no light, nobody phones on. This is years ago, so we have literally no lights whatsoever other than these torches and the supplies that we had with us, which were dwindling now. We're like, oh, we should have enough. Idiots. We keep on going, and I remember as we were going through it, we were hearing these noises. So we were thinking like maybe the satanic rituals or stuff. Turns out they were probably just natural noises from that you'll get in that area. And thankfully, we see a little bit of light eventually, and we realize that there's this, I guess, a rope that comes down like the air shaft that comes out the other side of the mine.
Oh, okay.
And we were able to climb up the rope. I remember walking through the iron ore slush. All of our sneakers were completely covered, and Ed's brothers, socks were all covered in like this iron ore sludge. And we're making our way up, which is pretty cool in itself, just climbing a rope up of an angle, like a good 45-degree angle, get up to the top. And we ended up coming out the other side of the mountain. Now we're pretty far away from where we were. And then after that, we ended up going to the reservoirs, and you're not supposed to be swimming in the reservoirs. Sorry, but we did. And a couple guys were jumping off the bridge, and I guess that attracted the cops, and we all got tickets. Rightfully so.
They gave you a ticket?
We all got tickets. You were there. You got a ticket too.
No, I was gone. I was gone when the cops came.
Get out of here. You got a ticket.
I swear to God, I was gone when the cops came. Like, what I remember most clearly about Eddie was talking about his father, and he said how his father had come home, and he's like, boys, tomorrow we eat meat. And he had a piglet, and they made it to bacon, whatever.
Really?
That's the thing. It stuck with me because his mom did not like me, and it was Katie. I know, right? How do you not like me?
I can't imagine. I mean, I am befuddled.
And it was Katie Liddell who was like, "You gotta talk to him." Like she thinks that you're mean or something. I'm like, I had just gotten there. I'm like, who is someone using my name? What the hell's going on?
I can't imagine. What kind of information are you getting? Where are you getting it from? Who's telling you the truth? I mean, who's telling you these lies?
I felt like Jerry Seinfeld. Oh, who could not like him? No.
Yeah, right, yeah. All right. So, do you want to tell a story about me?
No.
How about the kite story? You want to tell the kite story?
No, that's my favorite story. I keep that one.
No. You love ripping on me.
It was because it was so innocent is why I just love it. But sitting on I wish I could find the exact location where we were. Because
I know where we were. I know almost exactly where we were. We were behind the DeVoe Apartments. There's a field back over there. And I'm just going to set the stage and I'll let you run with it. And it was me, you, and Johnny. And we were trying to get a flight going.
I do remember like so vividly. It was like it got to the point like it's actually trying to get this kite up in the air. Like it was.
Well, hold on, we all were trying it, right, and failing. We were all,
but like no one was successful at all. It was kind of like you run, you drag it, thing would dive into a puddle. Like,
And meanwhile, Niagara traditionally is like one of the windiest places regularly on the planet. Like every day, there's like a 15-mile-per-hour breeze. The trees literally grow like this in some places because they're constantly catching a breeze going down the gorge from one lake to the other.
And you never had the legs like that. Like it was like Jim Brown. All of a sudden, you take off, and the kite would just.
That baby was cruising.
And then you face planted, and I laughed for probably 25 minutes.
It's true. Because I had like as you like to tell it, I had like the most glee you've ever seen on somebody's face. I'm like, look at me, I got it up in the air, yay! And all of a sudden, bam.
And like, I know that's not possible that I heard it, but in my mind I did. It was just like, Just like laid right out.
No, you heard it. You saw it. You watched it all. You heard it all. Yeah, I like the fact that you put a cartoon sound to it, though. That's good. Yeah,
Well,
that's you for that matter.
Because we're all like sitting on the side of the hill, and when the thing dropped, and it was kind of like, did he just fall? Oh gosh. Oh, that was.
All right, I got a story to tell about you.
No.
So yeah. So we're in the apartment, and back then at this particular point, Hugs lived next door. So Hugs actually had brought over the remote control, just happened to have it still with him, and we're sitting.
I know
sitting. Yeah. I love this story, man. You got some fun stories about me. I got some fun stories about you too, my man. So
I forgot.
So I grabbed that remote. Meanwhile, we're all sitting there. There's probably a good 6 of us just hanging out there on the couch and the chairs watching the TV. So my buddy here has the remote and he's turned the channel. He's raising the volume, whatever, and he finds something you want to watch. And then all of a sudden, it changed. The channel changed. He's like, "What's going on?" And he does his remote again. And he puts the channel back, and we're sitting there for a couple minutes, and all of a sudden, the volume starts shooting really high. He's like, "What's going on?" And this went on for about, I don't know, a minute or two or something. And it got to the point where he was getting all angry. And one of us had suggested, geez, I wonder if it was in fact, it might have been me. I wonder if like maybe someone next door, the walls are really thin. I wonder if the signal is coming through. And you get up and you started doing this "I'll get you" dance, where you were dancing around and you were pointing the remote at the wall, at the neighbor, like, "Oh yeah, I'll get you. I'll get you. Yeah. Oh no, I'll get you this time." And you went on and on and on, dancing around in front of us, angrily trying to give payback to the people next door. Meanwhile, I'm just sitting there, click, 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 click. Love that, man.
Well, along the same lines, do you remember? Because I remember walking into our house, and there's somebody like really banging heavy, like furiously at the back door. And Eddie's sitting there, and like this is when he's living with us. John is sitting there. Nobody's saying anything. So like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "It's the cable guy. He had found out, we had the fake hookup."
Yeah.
So then I'm like, "Oh shit!" Like slid down onto the floor.
Hiding from the cable guy. Yeah, nice. Yeah.
Oh God. I forgot about that too.
Yeah, that's a good one. I did not play football in college, although I look back and I kind of wish I had. Heaven knows you guys needed anybody to help out, and I might have lent a little bit of help. But I mean, that team. I mean, actually, nothing could help that team. What was I thinking? It was a struggle, man. My heart broke for you guys. It really did, because you guys really cared, man. You really wanted to get some stuff done. You had a terrible coach. No words
nice guy.
Really.
Nice guy.
What?
He was a nice guy.
Was he just not a good coach?
Just not a good coach.
No.
When he had that whole punting on third down to surprise them, it was just like, oh man, we can't do this.
He punted on third down because, well, he was pretty much in a "I give up" mode, is what it came down to. Do you remember?
When I left there for over 20 years, it was the one team that it had scored the worst football score I had ever seen in my life, that I wouldn't even talk about it.
That's right, though. You were on one of the best football teams that Niagara has ever seen, actually.
Yeah.
Second floor scrapyard dogs.
Yes, it was, man.
That was awesome. But we had so much fun because it was all muddy. It was so much mud. It was the Mud Bowl, and we were out there just slopping around. Great. It was so much
cold,
fun,
man.
Do you remember playing the game of human bowling? It was in the courtyard of our apartment, but over by Espo's side.
I don't remember.
And I think it was actually Espo and his roommates had gotten a hose out and hosed the area down. And I don't know, 6 of us or 8 of us at a time would stand there like bowling pins, and someone would run and charge and dive into the mud and slide and see how many people you can knock over. It was great. We all took our turns. It was so much fun. We were a big pile of mud. It was such a great time. Yeah.
Oh, that was good.
So going back to the football team, do you remember? And I brought this up with the conversation I had with Jeff months ago at this point. But do you remember when you guys were practicing? It was the end of the summer. You guys had to go up there a couple weeks early to go practice for football, and you're doing laps. And me and Jeff now are on the bleachers, and we got up there a couple of days early. I'm like, hey, let's go watch them practice. And of course, we brought over a case of cold ones for us to drink while you guys are practicing. And you guys are running by, and Jeff and I, we were purposely waiting for you guys who would run by in the lap and go and crack open a beer. And then we finished the beer. You guys would come around for another lap, and you guys looked at us with such hate. I mean, you're all our buddies. The entire team were all our buddies. And you guys are looking at us with such hate and such wish that you were there. Like, what are we doing here running laps? We could be there right now. Yeah.
Those were good times.